are you doing, guys? It's Ahmed Juma back again. And before I continue, I just have one simple request. If you're coming across my YouTube channel for the first time, just spare a little seconds of your time by hitting the subscription button, subscribe, and like. For those who have been watching and have also subscribed, I just want to say I appreciate so much, and a big thank you. So, Newcastle United versus Arsenal. This one fixture we have struggled in recent times, especially in the last 2 seasons. We haven't been able to win at St. James Park. Newcastle is a very good team. This is a team that has really grown so well, has really been improved as a team, especially under Eddie Howe. And Eddie Howe is a manager that the club trusted in him. That's why they appointed him as the manager. They saw him as that guy that will take the team or will improve the team. And you saw it last season. He was able to deliver to the club their first ever trophy in nearly 70 years. So as a Newcastle fan, it's something that you are delighted about. It's something that winning a trophy in nearly 70 years is, it's massive. Actually, it's massive. So this weekend we'll be playing Newcastle at St. James Park, one of the hostile grounds to go to. Last season we played them 3 times. We lost 2, we won 1. The one that we won was at the Emirates. The 2-1 was in the Premier League when they defeated us by 1-0, courtesy of Alexander Isaac goal. The second one was the second leg of the Carabao Cup. We lost again to them. And this weekend, I know in the back of the players' mind, they're telling themselves, we have to go and win this game. We have to go. It's time for revenge. It's time for revenge. Newcastle, of course, lost one of their key players this summer, a player that I actually feared when facing Newcastle. Alexander Isaac, of course, he's still in the Premier League, which means Arsenal will still play against him when they meet second leg, or maybe even when they meet in the Carabao Cup, depends on how the draw will be, So, this is a team that they haven't started the team. Newcastle haven't started the season so well. They have, won 1, lost 1, and draw 3. So they are not in a good form, and that's one thing we need to capitalize on. We need to capitalize on. I know we are heading to St. James Park, their home ground, but them not being in a good form, them not starting so well. Of course, I know they won their midweek game against, was it Bradford, in the Carabao Cup. So it's something that will give them the confidence, the morale heading to this game, which I know definitely they will try to make it difficult for us. But I'm not worried, because if I look at the kind of squad that I have, this kind of players that we have, it's a game that I'd say we are going to win, without facing any difficulties. But that's not the case. It's a game that, it's a fixture that I'd be pumped up, excited, feeling a bit calm, but that's not the case, because in the back of my mind, I just feel like Arteta might get it wrong when it comes to team selection. That's my biggest worry. I don't know whether he will start me in the midfield. I don't know whether he will start as. I don't know whether he will bench. I know it's a good thing, because you are making, as a manager, you are really making it difficult for your opponents to know, or to try and find it difficult to target, to know what kind of starting lineup will start with, because Arsenal have a good depth this season. They have a good squad, you know, that I'm starting to ask myself, is it a problem to Mikel Arteta? Is it now becoming a problem to Mikel Arteta? Because we fans, we have been yearning for a squad depth, but it looks like the squad depth that we've been yearning for, which to me is a good thing, to the manager, it seems like it's a problem. It's a problem to him. Now, we have a big squad, but the manager needs to get it right when it comes to team selection. We can't afford to drop any points against Newcastle on Sunday. Last weekend against Manchester City, he was too pragmatic when it came to team selection, leaving the likes of Eze, a player that we spent £60 million to sign him, a player who, wanted to join our club. He wants to prove that, he belongs here. But you leaving him out of the squad just shows like, you can't tell me it's about tactical, decision. That's why it's high time now Arteta needs to be brave. He needs to trust in his players. He should stop playing that safe football when he faces the big teams. For me, Newcastle is one of the big teams in the Premier League. He needs to stop playing that safe. He needs to stop playing safe. He needs to be brave, trust in his players. Let them do the job for him on the pitch. Against Port Vale, it was just the same as in the same way we play. Just the same. The sideway passes. First half, we were so good in transitions from left to right, until, we scored our first goal. It's a game that I knew we were going to see it through in the first half. But second half, we really struggle again. We're just playing the same all the way. We are not good when it comes to final third. We're not that ruthless. And I'm not being so disrespectful to Port Vale, but this is a game that we should have won. We made by 5-0. But when it comes to final third, we are not ruthless. And that's something that needs to change. We need to be ruthless against teams. We need to punish teams. We have a good number 9 in Victor Gyökeres. He just won this week the Jed Muller award for best striker in the world. But we are still finding it hard to find him in games. Players need to start and try to find Victor Gyökeres. This is not a player that will drop back, will drop deep, and receive ball. And this is a player that will just be in the box waiting for those passes. That's why against Port Vale, you saw what Max Doman did. The pass that he delivered to Victor Gyökeres. What a vision from the young man. Unfortunately, he never scored because the player that he never scored. But it was a pass. It was what I saw is what we as fans have been yearning for. Players who can create for Victor Gyökeres. Players who can pass those balls to him. So against Newcastle, this is a game that we just have to win. Liverpool already are 5 points ahead of us, and we cannot afford to drop points on Sunday against them, because if we drop points and if again they win their game, it will be 8 points, and in match day 6, it will look like they are already running away with the Premier League, the title. So we just have to win this game. 3 points, it's all that matters. No excuses. The boys need to go at St. James Park with one mission, and that mission is to beat Newcastle at their home ground. That's all I can say. No excuses. We just have to beat them. We just have to win. At least if we win, we can at least reduce the gap, because right now it's being seen that it's like Liverpool already running away with the Premier League. It's match day 5, but they're already leading us with 5 points. So come Sunday, we just have to win, and I don't have much to say rather than just to wish the boys of the team the best of luck on Sunday. That's all I had for you today. See you soon. I'm out.